Hello, America. It's been brought to my attention that there was a black girl at a hospital in active labor that was being ignored, mistreated, even. It is a hot topic, and I am very thankful for the mother, the grandmother who recorded this whole ordeal. I am grateful that she has a social media platform and uploaded the video for the world to see that black women are being mistreated when it comes to healthcare. Just the other night, my sister and we were talking about how white people have this idea that black people have a high tolerance for pain. Why would they say that? Why would they think that? But they do. They think we can withstand any kind of pain. I've experienced it myself and going through it now. They believe that we don't need a high dose of pain medication. We get the lowest dose and the bare minimum. They niggas, they can handle pain. I'm here to say that is not true. Pain is pain regardless to who's enduring it. When white people or white women experience labor pain, they yell, holler, scream, kick, fuss just as much as we do. We may not express ourselves the way that they do. To me, it look exaggerated. But I've had kids, and it's no joke. And when you understand the science of it, how the bones prepare the body for birth. Anyway, the redhead, is that the same thing as ginger? Because it was just a few months ago, that black people was inviting gingers, redheads, to the barbecue, calling them black. And the gingers making videos about how they're not accepted in their own community. They're like oddballs. Now, I don't know if this woman is a natural ginger or if she's a color and dye ginger, redhead. I don't know. But this year, a redhead. I saw the video. She was calm. She was doing her job. She's going to ask the questions. She's not going to get excited. Someone needs to be calm. That's what I saw. But not to call for help, to call for assistance, to put a rush on that job that you were doing, so-called doing. That's what I have a problem with. We have an emergency here. Childbirth falls under emergency. Numerous of things can happen. Mothers and the babies lose their lives. I also saw neglect, no compassion for this mother moaning and groaning. Kudos to the sister that was able to keep her composure through them contractions and through that intake registration. I've worked one night in the ER at the hospital that I was working at. I usually work on the floor of the unit, but they were short and they called me down to fill in, and I went not knowing what to expect. And this was in Chicago. And I worked at a hospital that everyone knows not to go to. If you know, you know. And my shift started at 11. By the time I got to that floor, I'm going to say it could have been about 11:30, 12 o'clock. My job for that night was to answer any incoming calls and to make sure the patient sign in and take a seat. A man comes up to my window snapping on me. I did not get angry, and I'm a young woman. He came angry, he came snapping, he was mad, and I understand because that's what happens when you're in pain. That is a product of impatiently waiting. I've been waiting too long. Sir, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm going to go back and see what's going on, and I'll get back with you and let you know something. I goes back in the back like, hey, y'all, what's up? This man come to the window, say he been waiting for like 5-6 hours. What you say, I tell him to have a seat. That's all? Okay. I go back and sit down. Sir, they said they'll be right with you. I turns around. I'm scanning the room. The beds are empty. People standing around talking. I done been to the fridge 5, 6, 7 times grabbing sandwiches and juices just for myself. A little phone call here and there, nothing overwhelming, nothing spectacular. Y'all sitting up there with your hands on your hips, talking, lollygagging, and day hee hee ha ha, and trust and believe they were white. The community that we're in is black, urban. So when I go to the emergency room, I already know what it is. I don't go to the window asking what's taking so long, what's the hold up. I already know you back there on bullshit. If I'm in a emergency situation, I would have the ambulance to transport me so I can get in the back. If you are walking in, that's not an emergency. You have to go in there with a broken bone, chest pains, or you done passed out. If you go in there because you can't breathe, you're not going to the back. They may bring you out a little oxygen, but that don't get you a ticket to the back. Stuffy nose, don't get you a ticket to the back. My ear, ass, eye, throat hurt, that don't get you a ticket to the back. If your eyeball is not hanging on your cheek or in your hand, that's not an emergency. Having a baby is a medical emergency, though. That was my experience in the ER. I've delivered a baby down here in the South, and I already heard about the hospital, just like the mother told her daughter. When you found out you were going here, you should have about face. I heard it, but I did not want to go all the way out to the city when that time come. So I delivered. The lady that was prepping me, shaving me, gave me over half of her mind, telling me like, shut the fuck up with that noise. You're having a baby. What the fuck you thought? This is a part of the process. Let me do my job. Okay. After I delivered the baby, I was given a tubal ligation that I did ask for, a tubal ligation, and after that was over, and now I'm on the floor in a bed, no IV, no medication hooked up. I was in excruciating pain for at least an hour before someone came in. No call light, no nothing was given to me. And I couldn't get up out that bed. I was hurting too bad. Hollering and crying for help. Wow. Let's fast forward to today. I was in the ER this past Sunday for this pain I'm enduring in my shoulder. My door's open. I'm visibly looking at the nurses, hollering and crying. They have it posted on the wall, a diagram, your pain level. 0 to 1, you're happy, you're smiling. 9 to 10, you're grimacing and you're full-fledged crying. I'm crying. Do you think anyone came in just to say, someone to be right with you? What's going on in here? I'll let somebody know. Absolutely nothing. And I'm looking at them, de-hee-hee-ha-ha. I could hear them talk. I heard the conversation, and it was nothing pertaining to nursing. They were having casual conversation. And then when they dispersed, no one wanted to look my way. They had blinders on. Crying and hollering because I'm in great pain. Thank God my mother showed up and advocated for me. She let the nurse know I had to use the restroom because no one bothered to come in the room. They did not start an IV. And my attending nurse told my mom, and I heard her, okay, I'll be right back. That woman came back when it was time for me to be discharged. Then had the audacity to ask me, do I think I could get up to walk to the restroom? Not, I'm going to bring in a wheelchair, but do you think you can get up and walk to the bathroom? I said, baby, you're too late. She looking, huh? Yeah. Now what you say, doc? Because I wanted the doctor to know I peed in his bed because your nurse did not come back fast enough. How long was I supposed to wait? As a healthcare professional, healthcare provider, you know darn well you don't supposed to hold your bladder. Yep. So I lifted my dress, I pulled that chuck down, and I peed on it. My mother took it, threw it in the waste basket for the linen, and my mother cleaned me up, and I was relieved. This surgeon here gave me 10 milligrams of tramadol and 10 milligrams of oxycodone. You opened up my shoulder, nigga. And he wasn't black. He's a colored man. Look like his last name made me think Asian Indian. I guess he thought those milligrams were good enough. I'm not a doctor, but I have doctors in my family and we talk. And I also have lawyers in my family, so pull it. When the EMTs came out, she said, "That's all?" He know he could have gave you more than that. And she's a white woman. She said, "Before I came into the EMT, I worked in the OR and I've seen rotator cuff repair surgery and it's not pretty. He should have gave you more milligrams than that." And I seconded, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why some people believe that systemic racism is not real, because it is. Some white folks do target black men, women, and children. It was also brought to my attention. Someone posed the question, can black people be racist? And I believe people can be whatever they want to be. But I do not think it's in our DNA to hate to the point to unlive you. I hate you and I hate your kind so bad that I will unlive you. No. That's not us, and I haven't seen it reported or documented. But it is damn well true for these white peoples. It is sad that you have some people who chooses to ignore what is going on, wanting to raise a vibration that we are a new generation, we are a new breed. What a man thinketh, that's what it is. Think higher than that. Think beyond that. You can elevate yourself. Rise above racism. Rise above our truth. And it's going to be one, if not two, that's going to remind you of who they think you are. I used to walk around here almost bragging. I ain't never been, ain't nobody never said nothing to me. Oh Lord, behold, now I could write a book on what they have done to me and said to me. I had a white old woman, I'm sure she probably dead now, 'cause shit, she was old then, had the audacity to call me a bitch for no reason. Did nothing to her. I'm standing in line again, waiting to be called to the window, trying to satisfy a bill. And it was a white lady in front of me. But when she was called to approach the window, that's when the older white lady on the side sitting wants to call out to me and let me know, bitch, I'm in front of you. Just like that. Ain't said nothing to you. What didn't come to you sideways, wasn't using profanity, and nothing that will warrant her to call me a bitch and to approach me and attack me verbally. And when the officer, who looked like an Asian Indian, when he came over to me, yeah, to the situation, he comes to me, getting on my case. And in that moment, I should have been like, am I on candid camera? Where are the cameras? Because I'm being attacked by law enforcement and an old white lady that decided she's going to get in front of me. Instead of saying, ma'am, miss, I can't physically stand in line. Is it okay if I go next? I would have let your goddamn ass go next. But to tell me that you are in front of me and I've been waiting here with that lady in front of me, but you come out of nowhere saying you in front of me and then follow up with a handle? The word bitch. Now, bitch, we need to have a conversation. Where you coming from with this? When she said that, my initial response was, huh? You in front of me? How? Where you come from? Bitch, oh, this game. All right, you dirty motherfucker. You ain't in front of me. The fuck you thought, bitch? Yeah, that's what I said. Verbatim. When I have to cuss a nigga out, I'm gonna remember that shit verbatim. I've seen and heard. I first heard it where my friend and her children were at a park, and a car full of white kids rolled down the street and hollered out nigger. My kids told me there have been times they've been at the basketball court and a group of whites in a vehicle ride past and yell out the word niggers. Wow. Who rides past y'all when you're doing your outdoor activity and yell out, hunky, crackle, Karen, Ken, hillbilly, redneck mother? Who does that? I believe if that Willie Lynch letter exists, and if that was a real thing, because it's been questionable, it must have been written in there to keep your mind on niggas at all times. Keep us on your radar. Because I swear, we on y'all minds 24/7. We don't think about you.
I got an interview on Monday, December 1st at 2:45 p.m. for checkers and rallies. Just letting you know.
Okay. We don't think about you. You're not on our radar. Nothing about you I want. I'd rather live in my urban area, stay with my kind, than to be somewhere with y'all with my nose in the air and my ass on my shoulder trying to play neighborhood watch. Who you? Who car is that? Who you coming to visit? What's your address? Show me your ID. God damn it, if I gotta do all of that, I don't need to be there. I don't want to be nowhere that I'm not wanted. Granted, you should be able to move anywhere you want to. If you can afford it, rent it, buy it. But if I know that this is a area and it's predominantly y'all, I don't care how good the schools, the grass, man, y'all could have that. I understand these families want the best for themselves. They want the best for their children, and they want their possessions to be, safe. But you rather risk your health, the health of your children, to go where they are and be subject to harassment to the point they will harass you till you leave, sell your property, abandon your property? Is it worth it? People say, why do you think most rich people leave the hood and come over to where we are? I don't know why. I don't know why. For the life of me, I don't know why. The most that we're going to do is love on you. Because you're not going to tell me when you get that 2.5 million house, you're not going to tell me you don't have a security system on that bitch. You're not going to tell me it's not gated. You could do that in the hood. And if you don't feel comfortable being in the hood, there are some well to do areas with black people. At that point, it becomes status. I'm too good. I'm better than you. I want to be where the players play. I'm one of y'all. If I had it like that, my personality, my personality would be a house on the hill. Get away from you, motherfucker. To seclude myself. Because this is dangerous. It's poison into the mind, the body, and the spirit. And you can only take so much of this. My mother sits down there and watch that news till it goes off all day, all night, watching what Trump doing, what the people say. Should you keep your eyes on the enemy? Yes, you should. But too much of anything is not good for you. And baby, watching that one and his antics, his crybaby ways, it'll drive me bananas. And I think that's why she's a little doing doing. You can't go down there unless you want to start an argument about Trump. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about what he's doing. She's concerned because she's making herself concerned. Oh, what about my benefits that I worked for? What about them? Because I feel like this. When people start talking about this 3-eye atlas and all this old other invasions and what's headed towards Earth, nothing I can do about it. Trump cut Social Security and all that other stuff, nothing I can do about it. You can protest, you can march, you can be a part of some type of organization and picket and riot, ain't nothing I can do about it. People think, oh, well, we can vote for this and we can vote for that and we can be heard and we could put things in motion. You think? I'm just saying. You think? What will be. The only thing that I have for you, sisters and brothers, start preparing. All that excess money and change that you're bullshitting off and with, you better save it for a rainy day. Under this man administration, he presented COVID. Under this man administration, he we went through a government shutdown and the EBT benefits was suspended. The next time this happens when he's in office, because it will happen again under his administration, you'll be prepared. Won't no one have to make a video about how they didn't get their EBT. You won't hear a word out of us. Tighten your shit up because you do not know what this man has in store. You don't know. His minions, puppeteers, you don't know. We don't know. So, folks, until next time, love yourself, take care of yourself, and be kind to yourself.